Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast. Saturday morning in the locker room. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning, Billy. How you doing, buddy?
July 30th, man. It's a bright, sunshiny day.
It's great.
And we're one step closer to the Eagles' first preseason game.
It's going to be exciting.
Philadelphia Phillies take already 2 for the Pirates in a pretty dramatic game last night.
It's a good time to be a Phillies fan.
Right? The Sixers are making a little news. Well, they're not.
Well,
they're making news in the wrong way.
If that's good news. Good news, but yeah, they're making news.
We had a lot of fun on Thursday night at the Philly Man and Jersey Man magazine gala at the pool at Harrah's.
Yeah, Ken Dunnick does such a good job with that. So they had the whole team down there, so it was fun.
You know, it was Terry, Ken's wife, Terry. It was her birthday.
Really?
And Pete Thompson and I sang happy birthday to her.
I would have liked to hear that.
We serenaded her. But the Dunnicks are great people.
Yeah, they're great people.
And Josh Henning was down there. We didn't forget him like we did the last time when we went to the Flyers game.
Josh had a good time.
Josh had a
good time.
Did you have a good time, Josh?
I think you had a good time.
Listen, I gotta tell you, the food.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, so the food was good.
Well, some people like Billy Schwein over here were picking at the finger food.
Yeah, I was.
I went and actually found the real food.
Yeah, you were eating with chopsticks.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I had a problem with that. That's a violation. That's a violation.
Is that a violation?
Chopsticks.
He was handling it pretty well, don't you think?
Yeah, well, it's not his first time.
Listen,
I don't have the patience for chopsticks.
The lady handed me chopsticks. I mean, with the chopstick.
Right.
Yeah, you look like you mastered the chopsticks.
Yeah,
Josh.
chopsticks.
I mean,
it's definitely not my first time using it. Brad's right about that.
You picked up on that too. I never even talked about it.
There's some
like
things.
On the way home, you and I should have said, "Hey,
men don't use chopsticks."
Men don't use chopsticks.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you watch Law and Order.
You go to certain Asian restaurants. They don't even offer you utensils.
You're right.
Yeah, but you know what?
Chopsticks are out.
I watch Law and Order. They're always eating the chopsticks. It's just I don't know. I did notice that, and I wanted to make a mental note.
Well, I'm kind of jealous because it worked.
So the key is,
Josh, you can't wait. Hold on, you can't use chopsticks and not wear a collar. You have a collar? Yeah, you had a collar on, right?
Yeah,
that's right. All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I had a collared shirt on.
He was mastering the chopsticks.
It was good. I was
impressed.
I
learned this a long time ago from a very nice Asian lady. She told me that the key is the sticks always have to be crossed or else.
Okay.
We're streaming live on my YouTube channel, The Locker with Billy Schwein, my Facebook page, Billy Schwein. And, Q, we're getting closer. Football is here. The guys are in training camp. And
I'll be going down to
they are.
Eagles, yeah.
I wrote an article on 97.3ESPN.com as I do every Friday. And I spoke with you and I spoke with Ken Dunnick and a few other former professional football players that say that they're snickering at the lightness of the camp. I mean, when you play college football, you guys and professional football, you guys went at it.
Yeah, the game has completely changed. We're smarter about our bodies, keeping them healthy, and the hits. They want to limit the amount of hits you have in the preseason, and that's what they're doing, which is great now. I think it saves your body, but it's always fun at the golf tournaments, or like I'll see guys down at camp on Tuesday, and we just kind of look at each other and go, we go, they got to amaze the country club,
right?
We were on the field at Westchester 2 sessions in full pads for 4.5, 5 hours,
right?
I mean, that's crazy. And we're banging, and it's a different world we
live in.
You
said this to me before the show started. By the way, we got a great show lined up today.
Every show's a great show.
Right, but the sportsbook Consigliere will be checking in from Vegas. Did you see the picture he posted?
Yeah, I did.
With the San Diego Chargers. Josh, did you see that the San Diego Padres unis? It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know where he gets this stuff.
They look a little.
Where's he get it?
I think that's what the Padres should wear.
Yeah.
But now
You know what the Padres actually wear that?
that was. You imagine they wear that? That was pretty. He's colorful. We'll have
He
him
is.
on.
Oh, he's
He is.
definitely
And
colorful.
today we're gonna ask the book about the early numbers, the early book on who's the favorites to win each division.
Okay.
right.
Yep.
And then the second hour that we were supposed to broadcast live from the Dutch Hoffmans last night, and they canceled it for rain.
Yeah.
Or thunder and lightning.
Lightning. Okay.
Guess what?
But
None of that happened.
No, of course not.
It didn't
With
rain.
With all the technology we have, we still can't
Right.
figure out what
It
it's going to
didn't
be
rain.
tomorrow.
The thunder didn't happen.
Yeah.
The lightning didn't happen. And this
A lot of disappointed people.
a lot of disappointed people.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah.
So
By the way, Brad, I always tell people there's only 2 jobs on earth that you're allowed to be right 30% of the time and you keep your job. One of them's the weatherman.
baseball.
The other one's the baseball hitter.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
And then, but since we don't have any race results, I spoke with Kristen Moorby. She's the race director for the Cape May Point Beach Patrol, and they had the 14th annual Women's Challenge down there in Cape May. So we're going to get a complete coverage and a report from Kristen. But you know what I love about Kristen?
What's that?
Last year,
You love the fact that she actually got a race off and somebody else didn't?
yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I commend her for that. That's a good one, Josh. The rain didn't scare the women away. That's for sure.
No.
But Kristen covered the Olympics last year.
Really?
For
Okay.
and NBC.
Yeah, that'd be good to talk
And she
about,
she called the locker
called
room
in
from
last year.
Tokyo.
Oh, wow. That's a time change, right?
Let me know what I'm going to tell her this
I
because
think it was midnight, actually,
That's
when
it,
she
yeah,
called
yeah.
in.
I'm going to. This is the truth. Out of all the people that I've interviewed, Michael Ruzioni, Joe Namath,
Yeah.
Dick Vermeil, like all the big names.
Yeah.
She called that. That stands right up there. She called me from Tokyo
Yeah,
for a report.
That's impressive. Yeah, that's commitment and
That's
dedication.
commitment, dedication to what
yeah.
she does.
Yes, it
And
is.
she loves the South Jersey area enough that she called in to give them a report. The listeners
and
from
bringing
Tokyo.
recognition to her sport, and that's great. Kudos to her.
So we'll
Kudos to
talk.
her.
We'll talk to.
Great.
We'll talk.
We got a big show line.
We got to. So let's get back to the Eagles because
Okay.
there's so much. And by the way, we're going to play. You and I are also going to talk about college football, the state of college football.
Oh, I wish I was playing in this modern age.
Right?
Ooh,
Right?
right.
You would be. We'll
talk about it.
Listen, Lane Kiffin. We're going to
Yeah.
play a quote, a snippet from Lane Kiffin, who was interviewed at Ole Miss.
By the way, Lane Kiffin's a great follow on Twitter.
Yeah.
He. But guess what? He came out and said we basically legalized cheating.
They did, and I'm passionate about this particular topic. I'm calling all my buddies that coach, big time coaches in college.
Right.
They're scratching their heads, going, I don't know what to do.
You're basically taking the power away from the coach, the head coach, and the athletic director, aka the general manager, if you will. That's their job to recruit people and bring people in that they want to fit their system,
they're still
not the
involved.
boosters.
Well, they're still involved.
But the boosters say, "Yeah, you come here, we're going to pay."
I'll tell you how it's set up with the guys I've been talking to when we talk at that segment. But it's not quite like that. But it's bad.
It's bad.
It's good if you're playing. I wish I was 18 years old again.
Right.
I think the term I would personally use based on everything I've heard and read is it's messy. That's the term
it's messy. There's so many moving parts.
Well, we opened up a can of worms.
We did.
You're
And that's
gonna see
what
all
Nick
kinds-
Saban said. He said, listen, you have no idea what you just did.
Like, you know how they're trying to create these big, powerful
The
conferences?
Yep.
Guess what? That could all go to, by the wayside.
Yeah.
If you'll have the haves and have nots.
But guys,
it is. That's all it is.
But see, that's the key. What you just said, Billy. The problem is you mentioned the big conferences and their money. And Brad, you know this very well. These people are making stupid amounts of money, and they don't want to pay the players anything.
Well, exactly.
They've been
I'm glad they're paying the players, but it's the way it's set up.
There's the Wild West.
And the mechanics, the way it's set up. Going through the alumni club, and then there's one coach that really doesn't know how to divvy up the money and the communications, and it is messy. Who's responsible for taxes? And the big thing
is anybody responsible?
The big thing is, so these kids are committing in their junior year, going before their senior year.
Right.
So yes.
Perfect example is what is Manning?
Yeah,
the Manning boy.
So Manning's sitting there right now. So he's
got to play his senior year in high school.
Yeah, and he'll know. So like I'm coming out of high school in Des Plaines, Illinois. So I'm I want to know my senior year where I'm going to go. Well, they're all giving me scholarships,
Right.
right? So now I'm going into my senior year of high school. I want to find out who is giving me the most money, the licensing agreement money.
Right.
And now that mechanism is not in place yet. And how much? And now it's going to be
crazy,
a barter. You're
man.
going to be a barter system, like they're kind of, who
And
for
Q,
the highest bidder. That's crazy.
It's crazy. And
Crazy.
Q, you're a Big Ten guy. You're a 3-time All-Big Ten linebacker at Iowa. Big Ten. What do you think about UCLA and USC coming to the Big Ten?
I mean, it's kind of like we looked. We were going to play those guys in the Rose Bowl. You win the
Right,
Big Ten,
right. You play them in a Rose
You play
Bowl.
the Pac-10 champ in the Rose Bowl.
Right.
I understand why it's happening, but you can't. I throw my hands up and say this is the way the world is now.
Right.
But it's kind of cool. I
would say you're a traditionalist like I am.
I'm traditional.
Josh, would you say you're a traditionalist?
With college football, yeah, because of the fact that I'm a big believer in what I fell in love with college football was the regionalism of it.
Yes.
It's the Iron Bowl. It's the game, Michigan versus Ohio State.
We played for,
it's USC versus UCLA. It's Cal versus Stanford. It's
I won't be
Civil
able to.
War,
the thing
Oregon
is,
versus Oregon
these student
State.
athletes, these college kids, they're going to have to play, 2 or 3 more games with all these teams to get a conference. And that's,
well, if they're getting paid, they're in effect they're in effect pro players.
Well, with the licensing agreement now and the things that are happening, they're pro players.
They're pro players. They're getting paid.
They're getting paid.
And Lane Kiffin articulates this in his interview. We'll play it on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll start off with college football. We'll get into the Eagles. The Eagles,
28 days to the start of the college.
28 days.
I'll give you a report. I'll give you a report Tuesday when I see what I think about.
Up there.
I'm going to camp on Tuesday. Yeah.
Jason Kelsey comes out with a bubble wrap on his hat. I thought that was pretty funny.
So when you first saw that, what'd you think of that?
I thought he was making mockery of the whole collective bargaining agreement that you can't hit.
That's what it was.
Because to me, Jason Kelsey is the old school epitome of a tough, rugged, football player.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. But it's funny. You love the fact, you laugh that it's so soft in the conditions, but then your body loves it the next day and go, he can. These guys are playing a couple more years.
Yeah, but when I talk to you about that, I go, Q, what do you miss about it? You said you missed the hitting, that feeling you're in pain. You wake up the next day.
I don't miss.
Well, no,
I said, I don't miss the pain now.
No, but you said you
don't mischaracterize it, Bill.
It's a description you can't. It's hard to describe when you run into somebody full speed.
Right.
And we call us like a snot.
Knock the snot out of you.
Yeah. So it's fun.
But your body has to get prepared for that.
You do have to get prepared for that. So you have to have
limited. They're cutting down on soft tissue injuries.
Well, they just got to you got to be in good shape and stretch and do all those things. But you do have to prepare yourself for the contact. The collision.
We got the Phillies. We got college football. We got the Sixers. We got the Beach Patrol report brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. We got it all. We got Brad Quast. We got the Sportsbook Consigliere. You got the locker room, and it's powered by Surety Title. The first hour is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call our good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. By the way, guys, you know who I met at the Jersey Man magazine? Diane McGraw. Tug McGraw's.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, widow. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Great lady.
Yep.
Stories that she was telling me was phenomenal.
Oh, I can imagine.
We're gonna have her
that's
on the
old
show.
school. That's great.
All right. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep in your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house hours at a time on the road, or if you're away for the winter, if you're in Florida. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN, and the mobile app.
This summer,
0-2 on the way. Swinging a high fly. This is blasted out to deep right center field. Forget about it. Bryce Harper.
we plan on giving South Jersey something cool, because it's going to be a hot one.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Elevated the heater at 96 to get out of the inning. Heck of a job by Zach Wheeler.
Your official station for Summer at the Shore. 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein. I'm here to tell you about the Insurance Doctor. If you have an insurance claim, don't call the insurance company first. Call the Insurance Doctor. You wouldn't go to court without your lawyer or an IRS audit without your accountant. Then don't call a claim without the doctor. Tell them, Baldy.
Brian Baldinger here. When you want to maximize your insurance settlement, call the Insurance Doctor at 856-874-8377 or check out their website, insurancedoctorllc.com. They work for me. They'll work for you. Tell them Baldy sent you.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Holtz Boat Works, conveniently located off the Tuckahoe River in Marmora, specializes in keeping your boat looking and running like new. Holtz Boat Works offers expert fiberglass and paint repair, as well as certified mechanical maintenance and repair. And it's never too early to start thinking about storage. Reserve your covered winter storage now at Holtz Boat Works with complete shrink wrap and winterization. Your boat will be safe from salt and sea. Holtz Boat Works on Tuckahoe Road in Marmora, the best kept secret in the marine industry. Visit HoltzBoatWorks.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
We're back in the locker room. Q, there's so much to talk about. We only have 2 hours.
There's a lot of stuff.
I mean, But I do want to start off with the Lane Johnson comment that he was interviewed at the press conference talking
Lane
about
Kiffin.
What did I say?
Lane
He said
Kiffin.
Lane Johnson.
Pete calls me the
Wrong lane.
King of malapropisms.
You're in the wrong lane,
I'm in the
Bill.
wrong lane. Lane Kiffin was quoted. I thought it was pretty candid of him to say what he said, but it's the truth.
It's the truth.
I want you to hear it.
Yep.
I want our listeners to hear it, and then we'll talk about it.
I think ideally, if we're going to be in an NIL world and somehow you're going to do it right and it's going to get capped, so that there's some way of controlling it and keeping playing fields close to the same. Otherwise, you're just going to have these glaring differences within Division I football based off of what I've said before, their salary cap. I know it's not really the right word. And ideally, I would think that the coach should be part of managing that. That's how you would want it done, but I don't know if it'll be that way or whatever. So that's just how I would do. And that's based off of, look what happens in professional sports. There's salary caps, and the coach and the general manager / owner manage that.
So is he wrong? It's like a luxury tax. You gotta have rules and regulations in place. This is like the Wild Wild West.
It's the Wild Wild West, and it's a mess. It's a complete mess. I got a lot of good friends that are head coaches and big programs, and they're scared to death. They don't know how to manage it. So currently, I'll explain how it happens right now. What's going on? So what happens for these big universities? They have a alumni department fundraising arm.
Right.
So there's a specific, like a department now within that department that will only raise money, and the money they raise goes towards the licensing agreement for the football team. So for example, Iowa or Texas A&M got raised $75 million to this.
Does that go to the football program?
To this fund, to the football program.
Right.
And then that money is allocated, and then there's a coach, that's within there that really doesn't have to know what's going on. So they have to manage that money and who's going to get what. And that's the problem they're having.
Right. Can you play the second half of this, Josh? Because I want you to comment on the second part of this this comment.
Sure.
Coach, we're going to go right in front of me.
Because the other thing about that, too, is if it's not, I would say, okay, well, why would you put it that way when coaches aren't supposed to be involved in that? Well, you got a whole nother set of problems. If you got boosters out there deciding who they're going to pay to come play, and the coach isn't involved in it, how's that work? I mean, they could just go pick who they want and pay them however much, and then are they going to tell you, the booster's going to tell you who to play too? And then when they don't play, how's that going to work out? So, again, this was not thought out at all, in my opinion, and has created a massive set of issues, which I think when people really thought about it, from a coach's standpoint, could have predicted this. Was going to happen.
All right. Well,
JoeGoodmanAL.com. 1 year into NIL, what have you found works with NIL? What doesn't work? And, you say college football is all about money right now. So how have you managed that in your program? You mentioned maybe there needs to be general managers, but have you kind of delegated that responsibility to someone already, or how have you gone about dealing with that?
Well, the first question is the keys to NIL and how do you do well at that? You have really good boosters. That's how you do well at it. So I'll say what other people don't say, as you know. So it's like a payroll, in baseball. What teams win over a long period of time? Teams that have high payrolls and can pay players a lot. So we're in a situation not any different than that, which is what I'm not saying I'm sure other people said it. I said it day one, you legalize cheating. And so get ready for the people that have the most money to get the best players.
All right.
That's exactly what he opened up.
Right,
exactly.
right.
It's crazy. This
is
really
why you say you wish you were playing today.
I'd be about $600,000 to $800,000 guy a year. Seriously. My guys that I thought,
what he said in there that I think is more eye-opening, that a booster could say to a guy, "Hey, Quast, I want you to come play for my let's just say Penn State.
Yep.
I want you to come to play for Penn State. I'm going to give you this." But you get in there and the coach doesn't like your work habits. He doesn't like you're uncoachable.
Yeah. So, but
you're sitting your ass on a bench.
It's not quite like that. There's a little more structure in it. But
that's what he kind of alluded to.
He alluded to, but there's more structure. It's going through the athletic department or the alumni club,
the compliance office.
There's no compliance really, but the booster is telling it. He's like, so the boosters. Here's what the boosters are doing. For example, in Iowa and some of the person, they say, well, I own a huge bar and restaurant. Well, I want my money to go to Brad Quast,
right?
And so the football team, they have to honor that. And they
my
pass
point,
along.
but what if Brad Quast gets in there and there's Josh Henning comes in and outplays him?
Exactly. Or if you get hurt,
right?
Yeah, if you get hurt,
That's the point that Kiffin's making.
Yeah, so there's so many moving parts, and I don't know but it really,
because in the NFL you have a 53-man roster. People get cut.
Yeah.
In school, you don't. I mean, you don't make the team, but you don't get. I mean, basically, you get cut. But,
you kick.
But if a booster comes in, he's not. For all intents and purposes, the guy's good enough to make the team. But it takes the competition out of it.
Well, look at what happened down in Miami. So for those who didn't hear the story, there's a booster in Miami. He's a big time lawyer named John Ruiz, and Ruiz is basically been handing out $1 million NIL deals down there. Well, there was a player down there on the basketball team that said, I'm not getting enough playing time. I'm going to leave. And Ruiz is like, well, if you transfer, I'm going to sue you for breach of your NIL contract.
Uh-huh. And that's in effect
forced
free
the
agency.
kid to stay.
Yeah.
Because the kid was like, well, I don't have the resources to get into a legal battle with a lawyer over the contract I signed.
I don't know. It'll be, if I had a crystal ball in 12 months or 16 months, I'd love to see what the heck's going on, because it is a mess. And the thing that I really don't like is that the rich are going to get richer, because these programs that have traditionally been strong football programs had good alumni already.
Right.
And because that's where the facilities come from.
Right.
So they're going to get richer.
Right.
And now these kids, and then the big mechanism too is, some of these kids, their junior year, they're 17, 18 years old, and they're trying to have a decision, and they don't have the guidance at their junior year to figure out, so money's going to talk, and it's
crazy.
It's nuts.
It's crazy.
I wish I was born a little earlier.
All right. I wanted to lead off to that, because now we're going to get into professional football, and specifically the Philadelphia Eagles. Training camp is open up. They're 3 days into it. Jason Kelsey's walking around with a bubble wrap.
I got a kick out of that.
They only practice for 58 minutes. And I know that gets up the crawl of a lot of you former players.
It does. We laugh about it, but we go, man. But that's why these guys can play longer, and it's.
Q, I don't remember back in the 80s when Dick Vermeil was running that hard camp, how many they didn't lose any more guys than today.
Well,
it seems like more people have more. Seems like players have more soft tissue injuries and things in it before. I don't remember people.
But there's a variety of reasons.
I mean, I think because of the media, it wasn't that prevalent. We just weren't so
you think it's
focused.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember having IVs in between double sessions because you lose so much fluid.
Right.
I mean,
how about taking salt pills? Remember that?
Yeah, salt pills.
Pills.
Yeah.
I remember when I played in college, they had this thing they wheeled out. It was like a trough where water just kept pulling up. Like 30 guys get a drink at once.
Yeah, that and then
they give out
tubs.
salt pills.
And then tubs. We had tubs after practice. You would literally submerge your whole body up to your arms into a tub.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
So the game has changed, but the product on the field is, I would say, gotten better. The guys are bigger, faster,
these athletes are incredible.
And it's good to see. We're going to talk to the sportsbook Consigliere on the other side, and we're going to talk to them who the early picks are.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
For the odds
who Vegas thinks is
Vegas thinks is going to be
improved in the draft and free
agent. All right, the first hour of the locker is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan with a class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati the Mainline offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. When we return, it's the Sportsbook Consigliere Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on ESPN Radio.
Bogarts, and it is going to disappear into the Boston night.
It's interleague action in Boston as Xander Bogaerts and the Red Sox welcome Christian Yelich and the Milwaukee Brewers, who are fighting for the top of the NL Central.
Yelich, fly ball to deep center field. Gone!
The Red Sox and Brewers. Coverage begins today at 3:30 Eastern. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan again and again. Call Lenigan again and again.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Somers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous Tiki Bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Somers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both The Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, I'm Andy, and every morning I wake up thinking about shaving. When I started Harry's almost a decade ago, the shaving industry was a mess. Flashy, overpriced razors as far as the eye could see. I just wanted a great shave at a fair price. Too much to ask? I didn't think so, and that's why I started Harry's. 10 years and 20 million Harry's customers later, we're still obsessed with giving you a quality shave experience. Sharper blades, a better lubricating strip, and making our handle grippy in all the right places. All upgrades based on your feedback. And it all comes at a great price. Seriously, as low as $2 per cartridge. These days, my mornings are a little bit different. Good morning, girls. But I still wake up thinking about shaving. Our starter set has everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle, and shave gel. Get yours now for just $3 with free shipping, backed by our quality guarantee. Just go to harrys.com now and enter code TOWNSQUARE at checkout. That's harrys.com, code TOWNSQUARE.
Mom, Dad, you should shop Amazon for back to school and save some money. See, I'm currently obsessed with superheroes and need all the superhero stuff. Superhero lunchbox, superhero backpack. But next year, it'll be something else. Maybe dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. But I can tell you not to spend a fortune and shop low prices for school on Amazon. Okay, good chat. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back in The Locker Room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henning, 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. Now, this time last week, we missed our weekly segment with the sports book consigliere Dave Sharapan, because he was coming back from the MLB All-Star
Big
week.
time. He's big time.
out
Yeah, he
there.
is.
He's on MLB Network cover. He does it all.
Yep. And
So-
what's our favorite time before he gets on? What is he wearing?
What is he wearing? So
What
let's
does he
go-
wear? Let's
go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan.
David,
that's
oh,
he's got on what I got. I
San
love
Diego,
that.
that's sharp.
He's wearing
What is that?
It's like this cream color. I don't know.
Yeah, look at that.
I love that. Where'd you get that?
That's sharp.
Listen, Billy, Q, great to see you both. Josh, as always, keep it together. Please, for the whole segment, we need you. You pick this stuff up in California. You pick this. This is the Padre City Connect stuff. Billy, not everybody can pull this off. You know that, right? I mean, it's colorful. It's a mix of hodgepodge colors, a little bit of a, Miami feel.
It's got the fluorescent look to it.
It's got the whole, every color in the rainbow except blue is in this thing.
So let me tell our listeners, if they want to get over on my YouTube page, The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, or my Facebook page, you can check out the Sportsbook.
See him live.
And see him live.
Yep.
Now, book.
Dave's just impressed that Billy actually promoted himself.
I can't believe it. Josh, you're doing good. You give him the notes and he can actually read them on time, on cue. Good job, Billy.
Just newspapers.
Oh, here he goes.
Dave, you missed it. He actually changed up how he did the read earlier, and he seamlessly transitioned for the first time ever. It was a beautiful thing to watch. I almost had to shed a tear over it.
I'm glad I wasn't because I would have got choked up.
Book, we would have invited you to the Jersey Man and Philly Man. I saw you made a couple comments, but you were in Vegas and you had a busy week.
Billy, listen. I mean, now we're on the show and you're going to tell me you were going to invite me, but
he's always like that.
I mean, seriously, I thought we were trying to do it privately in the text, but now if you want to air out all the dirty laundry, Billy, if you give me ahead of time a little bit of notice, I can come and see you. You get all these VIP treatments there. I can't wait for you to come to Vegas.
Let's plan a Vegas trip. Let's go
plan a
on
Locker
visit.
Room Vegas trip.
Yep.
Right.
Bring the locker room.
So
to
listen,
Vegas.
it's
the locker
possible.
room is mobile.
But Book, it's possible because I used to work for U.S. Airways. I have my unlimited travel pass. I can bring everybody out for like dirt cheap.
Nice. Okay.
So be careful what you wish for.
just finding this out right now, Billy, after you didn't invite me to the thing in New Jersey, is really not working in your favor. I'm just letting you know.
You don't get it.
You know, Billy.
You don't get it.
I mean, you want to fly everybody to here, but you don't want to fly, your buddy
Well, I
Dave
told you
to
because
east.
I was
Listen,
concerned
I
about
fly west to east is the easy trip. It's the east to west that's rough. I mean, gosh, Josh, can you help this guy out, please? I mean, seriously, what is it?
Dave, I've been trying to help him for 10 years.
Book,
All right.
We're talking about a myriad of issues, but I want to bring you on specifically to talk about the early lines for each division in the NFL.
Oh boy, are we gonna
Who's gonna win
discuss
the
this NFC East thing?
I want to talk about the East first.
Let's get it out of the way. Tell me why the Eagles are not going to win it, Billy.
No? Really? Who?
What?
Cowboys?
Well, no, everybody. I mean, this is the hot team right now, is these Eagles. And optimism is usually not a trait of you people back there and you listening to the shows.
Correct.
All right. This is usually a negative time of year right before the
Yeah, you're
season,
right.
when in most cities it's actually something to look forward to. But it's completely reversed in Philadelphia. It's completely reversed in the betting market. There's a lot of people putting a lot of steam behind these Eagles winning the division. Yes, no, making the playoffs. I mean, I'm getting caught up in it because I talk to you every week here on this show. I got a lot of people, that are coming out of the woodwork that like, hey, remember you're from Pennsylvania, right? They're from the eastern half of the state too. So they all want to come. Everybody's coming back now. Back in the day when I lived in Pittsburgh and I was just that Pittsburgh guy, all you people from the eastern side of the state didn't talk to me. That's okay.
Yeah, that's right. We don't like
It's okay. Didn't like me. But Billy, it's either the Eagles or the Cowboys. The season wins, the odds reflect that. There's another little faction of people that think the Giants are going to be actually over 500.
What?
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I know a lot of people look. The Commanders. I think out of all the teams, the Commanders
have
upside. upgraded their. They get Chase Young back. They've got Carson Wentz now as their quarterback, which they've had problems for the last couple of years. If they can stay healthy, Josh had a guest on. Who did you have? You had the a female the other day.
Oh, I had Katie Mox.
Katie Mox. Well, she picked the Commanders to win the East.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just make sure if Katie wants to bet that or anyone else wants to bet the Commanders to win a division, let's try to make an arrangement that we can make it better with us, because I don't think they have a chance in hell. I don't think.
No.
I think that's a team. I went through their schedule twice. I went through it on Bostonian versus the book with Peralt and I see season wins under. I see them struggling big time. I know a lot of people listen to the show. You guys saw Carson Wentz in person. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I don't see it at all. I think it's the Cowboys and the Eagles. One of the two is going to win it. The Giants may be improved. The Commanders are worried about next year's draft.
All right, let's look at the West real quick, because you're out there, and I know the Rams obviously won the Super Bowl last year, but the San Francisco 49ers, they look like they've improved themselves. I mean, if they could stay healthy, they could give the Rams a run for their money.
So, Billy, I know you still read the paper, and obviously not your strong suit. I'm in Las Vegas, which would be the AFC West if you want to go where I'm at. Right. But that's okay. We'll do the NFC West first. Rams, do they bounce back? Everybody talks about the drop off from the Super Bowl winner, let alone the Super Bowl loser. Right. Now in the AFC Central, with a regression team with the markets and all the rhombuses and the parallelograms, that I like to refer to as the sharps and the squares, they all think that the Bengals are going to go backwards. They don't think the Rams are. The Rams are the team that they're backing in the NFC behind, obviously, Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Those are the two favorites. But then it's the Rams. So you got the Rams to win that division. The Niners, we don't know who Trey Lance is yet. Nobody does. I don't even think they know. But they're going to give him a shot. Apparently, they've moved on from Jimmy G. Really? Okay, well, we'll see how that works. I think they have as good of a defense as anybody in the division, but that's the team that I think is the X factor. I think in the West, Seattle, really? Like, they're going right now, it looks like Drew Lock or Geno Smith. They just made DK Metcalf the highest paid wide receiver in history of NFL, gave him all that guaranteed money. And I think they would do better if Billy was throwing them the ball. All right. I mean, seriously.
Dave, it's called hush money. They gave him hush money.
That's what I heard earlier.
Ooh, I like that.
Hush
money,
that,
Josh.
They paid him to shut up and get through this year.
Right. That actually may be true. That makes a lot of sense now that you said it out
loud. Take this $30 million. Keep your mouth shut. We're going to suck this year.
And that's fine. But then what are you going to do? Like, are you going to then
draft a quarterback?
Okay. Do you have that already done? Like, do you know who you want? I don't even know who to. I mean, we'll get into
Bryce
the college
Young,
later.
Spencer Rattler, JT Daniel. There's a bunch of guys.
Well, that's fine. Is it Kyler Murray? Well, no, it's not, because Kyler Murray's studying, right? He's got.
Is he studying though?
Well, no, he's not. He's probably he don't have to now, because they told everybody about the clause, and now that clause is out. Arizona's that other team, Billy, in the West. I don't see it. There's a lot of people that might. I mean, the odds are pretty close. I mean, right now I'm looking at the Rams are plus 125, the Niners are plus 2-1, and then the Cardinals are 3-1. So they're not that far behind. If it was our book, I'd make them higher. I would try to get all the Cardinal money that I could, because I think they're the odd man out in that division. I don't think they're winning that division. I really think they're going to struggle to make the playoffs.
We're talking to the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live from Vegas every Saturday. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. Let's look at the NFC South.
Oh,
because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I've heard from several sources that they think that the Buccaneers are the team to beat.
They do. They have everyone back.
Who do they have? The GOAT.
Did you get this information via Pony Express? Or you still getting it? Like it's Tom Brady. Of course they are. He's holding up the paper again. Here,
right here.
Josh, he's reading the paper to get this stuff.
He's reading the paper, and I'm looking at the live odds in real time.
Well,
But
that's
it's
just
not
what
my show. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
That's fine. That's it. Follow along
you
right
guys-
there
I
on
like
Facebook
that you
and
just do that,
on the
okay?
Billy Schwein page.
I just like to do this to you guys now because I get
He just does it to get his
rise
aggravated.
out of you, okay?
That's all.
Tampa's minus 270. Okay. The next choice is the Saints plus 350. And then Carolina's 10-1. Atlanta's 25-1. It's basically telling you their tickets punched. It's Tampa to win it. Okay. I don't see any other team in that division winning the division.
what
Unless
about
Tom Brady gets hurt. That's it. It's the only way.
And one more division, the Central, Minnesota with their quarterback. Oh my God! I'm having a senior moment here.
Minnesota Vikings.
Cousins.
Quarterback's Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, who's a good quarterback.
He's a
got
journeyman.
tangible,
He's
but
he's
yeah,
consistent.
just like he has a stigma attached to him.
Over
that he can't win.
4,000 passing yards, 6 of the last 7 seasons. He's averaging 29
He just wins, baby. He
touchdowns.
just
wins, baby.
I don't know if he wins, but
Well,
he throws a lot of touchdowns.
But he's stigmatized as a quarterback that can't do it. And then you just go off and rattle off his numbers. Why can't he win?
Hold on, Kirk Cousins or Jalen
Kirk
Hurts?
Cousins.
Which Jalen or Kirk?
Well, that's a good question.
Kirk,
Let's
okay.
Ask the book.
Let's ask the board.
What are we
Next
doing?
board. Kirk Cousins or Jalen?
What do you think, book?
What do you think?
Which one? What do
No,
I
would
want?
you- Yeah, which one do you want? Now,
Listen,
if
I'm
the
from
Eagles be better
Pittsburgh.
off-
I'm a Steeler fan. I got Mitchell Trubisky trying to beat out
Oh.
Kenny Pickett. All right?
that battle's funny.
That's
That's
not
gonna be-
funny. Hugh, that's not funny. I don't know what's
Fans in
funny about
practice
that.
are chanting, put in Pickett while Trubisky's throwing passes.
Oh man, funny like a clown.
practice.
Funny like a clown.
What am I hearing? Use you.
Wow.
Hee
Man. Green Bay's minus 170 to win that division. Minnesota's 3-1. Detroit, another popular team with all those sharp parallelograms and rhombuses at plus 850. The Bears at plus 950. Those odds tell me one thing. Green Bay's winning the division. Okay. Kirk Cousins, he's done me okay in the past, taking the Vikings plus the points. I never like to lay the points with them as a favorite. I just don't like to do it. Dalvin Cook may win the rushing title, though. There's a sneaky little bet for you, Billy. Have somebody pull the app up on your phone, scroll all the way down, find the rushing title thing. It may be worth a shot. But I came on all prepared to talk about the AFC West. I'm going to throw back a question to you,
Well, we're going
Billy.
to say the AFC West.
Who's
for
going to
next
win
week.
the AFC West? That's the biggest question mark.
Dalvin Cook is plus 1,000.
Listen, I got to read my newspaper, and we'll save the AFC West for next week. Book. How about that?
Who's doing these notes?
Not me.
Josh is
So,
giving him
Book,
a
before we let
timeline.
you go, Book, before we let you go, how much fun did you have at All-Star Week in LA? I mean, you had so much fun, you couldn't even make our show last week, but
I was the biggest kid in the ballpark. I was the biggest kid at the convention center. I was the biggest kid everywhere. My kid kept saying to me, "What are we doing next? Like, are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes, we're here." We had 5 days. We did the Celebrity Classic. We did the Home Run Derby. We did the red carpet walk. We did the All-Star game. And then we had an off day, which we were thinking about going back, but we made the executive decision to call the wife and say, "Listen, we're staying. We're staying."
One more day.
And we went to see the Dodgers play the Giants at Chavez Ravine and saw Mookie Betts win it with a 3-run homer and then diving catch to close the game out. It was awesome. And it culminated with me doing MLB Network from the dugout on Friday.
so that's
it was
covering,
amazing.
Covering
It was
the
just-
players. It's covering the players on MLB.
Yeah, it was awesome. I walked by them in all the swag and they looked at me like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, right.
I had to do the show and I said under in the Giants Dodgers game tonight with Dave Roberts about 8 feet from me, staring me down, going, "Who is this guy and what is he talking about?" It was crazy. But the game finished 5-1. The total was 8. We went under. So maybe Dave Roberts next time I come out, give me a
Listen
hat
to the-
tip.
That's why we have the Sportsbook Consigliere
All the
on our
inside
show.
info.
Dave, as always, we appreciate having you on. We'll do the AFC next week.
Oh, okay. Now I
See how
got
we
it,
worked that
Billy.
out? We
Thanks.
did
Send
a whole segment for the
Listen,
NFC.
send me a telegram along with the plane ticket to come see you on the boardwalk in Ocean
Hey,
City.
listen, by the way,
Thanks.
just to let you know, there's a Jersey Man magazine event every month. So the next time he makes an announcement where it is, I will send you the invite.
Please.
And
do.
a plane ticket.
I'll keep him up on that.
And a plane ticket.
Hugh, it's on you to remind them.
I know, I have to remind them.
Forget. Josh has enough to think about trying to keep the show on the rails.
I'm just trying to track everybody down by text message. Half of you guys only get back to me sometimes. I text you, I text Billy, I text Brad. I hear from you guys 8 hours later. You know,
very busy,
Billy's got his
We're
daughter.
busy.
Dave's got 20 shows. Brad's saving the world one puppy at a time.
See, we got things to do.
All right, there he is, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. We love you, Dave. We love your
you,
unity,
buddy.
and we'll see you next week.
See you, boys. Good to see you. Talk to you later.
There he is, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live on the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline. Of course, you can follow the book at SportsBK Consig. He's on Bostonian versus
He's
the
everywhere.
book. He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
MLB. We love him. The first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts to help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has now heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. And we all know, because we were there, it is a great outlet, a great medium to meet business people from around the Delaware Valley. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. It's The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The best way to wake up is with Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
And Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Yeah, Anna, he is breaking the laws of Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, one dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. So, what's the beat on inventory?
Other dealers are struggling, but not Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. 40 new Outlanders in stock now. An entire fleet of new and pre-owned. New Mitsubishis from just $17,000.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4, dine down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
I want to send a shout out to my sister, Chris, who just had surgery. She's recuperating. Everything went well, but we're thinking about my sister.
First in thoughts, right?
Yep. The sportsbook Consigliere he's the best. We love him. Every Saturday here in the locker room, you catch the sportsbook Consigliere. Hour 2 ahead of us, we'll get a little Phillies talk in. We'll talk about the Sixers and their troubles possibly. The Sixers made some news today. They're going to be investigated. The NBA is going to investigate it.
Yeah, I think that goes on with a lot of teams in the NBA.
That's what Josh is saying.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right.
We'll talk about that. We have the Beach Patrol report coming up. We'll be talking to the race director for the Cape May Point Beach Patrol, Kristen Moorby. All that and more. It's The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Henney, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
If you want your dental visit to feel like this, try new Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you.
Paid for by NHTSA. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation and discreet shipping if prescribed. Love your results or your money back. To start your free online visit, go to 4hims.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Are you in excruciating pain brought on by your son, daughter, or spouse suffering from addiction? You are not alone. If you call Recovery Centers of America today at 1-888-RECOVERY, your whole family can begin to recover. At Recovery Centers of America at Lighthouse and Devon, your loved one will be treated with care by expert addiction professionals, while family programming will give you support and healing so that you can recover as well. RCA accepts insurance, provides transportation, and offers intervention services. Call 1 1-888-RECOVERY now.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts are like the ocean.
Our thoughts create our reality.
Our thoughts create our reality.
We're thinking Geico offers claim service 24/7 with personalized attention from an assigned team.
Geico offers claim service? I wasn't thinking that.
We think it and it becomes our reality.
So, what about washboard abs?
Just give it a go. Think really hard.
Okay, abs.
Yeah, keep thinking.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Yeah, it's Coach Ice-T. Who's ready to spin? We're starting with a big hill. Let's ride.
Why is Ice-T leading our spin class?
Oh, it's probably the Honey Nut Cheerios. He found out they can help lower cholesterol. Now he's having fun taking care of his heart in all sorts of new ways.
That's right, Buzz. Now, spinners, really pour your heart into it and pick it up.
Learn more by picking up a box of Cheerios and check out our Pour Your Heart Into It audio workouts with Ice-T and Buzz to get your heart pumping.
Sports is what we do.
You're in your car, you're in your house, you're wherever you are. You're a sports fan.
97.3 ESPN.
Because if you weren't a sports fan, you wouldn't be listening.
WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A town square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, Josh Hennick, 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. July 30th. Q, you know, when a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Miles Sanders made that comment, and you said no one cares.
Yep.
Right? The players don't care.
Don't care.
So let me ask you a question concerning, now that we're in training camp and you open up the newspaper like I do,
Okay.
or you go on your apps and you read stories and all the hype about everything. I mean, the news media hangs on every single play and every single pass in camp.
They have to, because that's what the fans want to hear, and there's nothing to talk about.
All right, so what, as a player, when you hear like this was a great player, is that just all
you don't,
noise?
but the key is you don't hear it, you don't listen to it.
No, listen to it.
No, you don't listen.
Everybody's
to the day-to-day camp.
expectations
It's like
high.
a journal.
Yeah, but all right, so Q. So say like if you're in Philadelphia, your expectations are high, that you know that you have a chance to go far because of all the offseason moves, right?
Yep.
What are the Atlanta Falcons thinking, or say like the New Orleans Saints, or a team that maybe isn't being talked about? What are those? What's going through their mind right now?
Well, they're professional. They, it's a job. That's their career. It's a job.
Right.
You come to the locker room,
But they don't have the same expectations.
Every expectation. No, listen. I don't care what you have on your roster or when you come in. You're a professional athlete. You have you have an ego, and you're built and wired differently. You expect to win the Super Bowl every year, no matter what team you're on.
So the Falcons are going in.
Absolutely.
The Falcons are going in there thinking they're going to win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. You have to.
All right.
Absolutely. That's your mindset.
All
Because if you think any other way, you wouldn't be there.
If you think any other way, Dick Vermeil never wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and
no,
Kurt Warner
exactly.
We're talking about reality versus fantasy.
But that was reality,
but
Brad. Come on, Brad.
Yeah,
you remember back then? No one expected the Rams to win the Super Bowl.
No one's gonna expect them, and then get the guy getting hurt, but you have to have that mentality that you're gonna win every game.
All right.
Okay.
I just because I know that you're supposed to think that,
but you're looking at it as a fan perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm giving you a perspective, but you're there to win every game.
Right. All right.
Billy's being a fan, and Brad and I are living in reality.
Yeah.
That's what it is from
That's
a
it.
fan's
You're a
perspective.
fan.
Okay. Now listen, the Sixers, a report just opened out. I'm going to read the whole thing for you. The NBA opens tampering probe, and the Sixers deals with Harden, Tucker, and House. The NBA has opened a tampering investigation into the Philadelphia 76ers dealing with free agent signings James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Daniel House, reports ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. All right, the league is expected to investigate Harden's decision to decline a $47 million option in favor of a 2-year, $68 million deal, and cut his annual salary by $12 million, according to Wojciechowski. It ultimately gave the team more flexibility to sign Tucker and House. Philadelphia is cooperating with the league's President of Basketball Operations Daryl Moorby has answered questions from the league attorneys, with the investigation expected to expand to interviews with members of the organization. The 76ers will turn over electronic correspondence and phone records so league investigators can determine whether the organization is discussing contracts prior to the opening of free agency, 6 p.m. on June 30th. Philadelphia signed Tucker to a 3-year, $33 million deal and House to a 2-year, $8.5 million deal this offseason. Together with Harden, the trio played under Moorby and the Rockets from 2019 to 21.
You know what that tells me?
What's that tell you, Q?
It tells me that that's been going on for years. This stuff, with the negotiation and salary cap, and it tells me that they pissed somebody off at the league office.
Okay. And that's what it did.
Yeah,
because it goes on to
somebody's got a grudge because it's been going on for years with these other teams.
The league previously rescinded Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat second-round picks in the 2022 draft early in free agency, with discussions of Brogdon, Bogdanovich, and Kyle Lowry at 21.
Now,
the Bulls also had to forfeit their next available second-round pick.
Yeah.
In early season.
But here's the problem, and this is where articles like that screw with people like you, Billy, because you're the fan. Okay, the fan listening to the sound of my voice doesn't understand the whole story, so they read a story like that on ESPN.com.
This is coming from Wojciechowski.
I don't care where it comes from.
You quote him all the time, Josh.
Facts out there.
Josh, do you quote him all the time?
I quote a lot
I've heard
of people
you several
because
times.
I do a lot of research.
Well,
Bill. Unlike some of these hosts in Philadelphia
I
who
listened
vomit on the
I
microphone.
listened to your show, Josh, and I heard you quote Wojciechowski, so I figured that's
because I quote him as a
credible.
reporter.
Well, then he's a credible source.
He's a credible source. He didn't put all the information into that article. First of all the other instances, Kyle Lowry, Bogdanovich, they were not on the team. There are different rules in sports, all pro sports. If you're re-signing your own player versus re-signing another team's player.
That.
Okay. Number 2, was not mentioned in there is James Harden does not have an agent, and that him and Moorby on a texting-friendly basis. So are they just not supposed to talk at all? Well, what are the league rules about what they can and can't
Q
say?
just said this led him to believe that this has been going on for some time.
No other teams,
but that doesn't make it right.
I know, but they kind of look
does
the
it
other
not
way.
Make it right, or does it the rule stupid?
I think
but
you have to have the rule in
rule
place.
Is the rule
because the fairness, the playing field would be not.
Look at all the players who
equitable.
went to Sean McVay's wedding. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so should we investigate the Rams because he was talking to players at the wedding?
No,
well, do you think they were talking about business or pleasure?
How's that different?
It's a different because we're talking about that affects your loopholes in the cap because of taking different salaries and unfair advantage.
Well,
really.
Odell Beckham was a free agent. He
Look,
talked
Q,
to Odell Beckham at the
Q,
wedding.
all right, let's ask you from a player's point of view. You've talked to people probably off the cuff or like in private where you're not really supposed to.
But
those conversations go on.
But there's no rule in football that you can't talk.
Right.
How
do you think
John Smith? Hey, what do you? I know you're up for your contract. What's your agent? What are you going to get? What are you asking for? What are you doing?
There's tampering rules about that.
What are you going to ask for? What you're playing to? What are you going to do?
What I'm saying that must go on, and it has to go on.
Yeah, but there's no rule. Yeah, but there's no rules in the NFL that have that.
But there are rules. They're not allowed to talk about. For example, they're not allowed to have contact with players during certain amounts of time.
There's dead
You're not allowed to talk about
periods.
them. Right. Well, Sean McVay had a wedding during a dead period.
Well, you don't think for 1 minute that AJ Brown is best friends with Jalen Hurts, that they were behind the scenes?
Yeah, that goes all the time.
Right.
It's a recruiting process.
Right.
Absolutely.
That constitutes tampering.
That constitutes tampering.
No, it's not tampering.
See now. Hold on. One's not tampering, the other one is.
The tampering rule is put in place in the NBA for the salary cap.
Rules in
No, because of the
they have a salary cap in the NFL.
No, because of they took less money. The temperature.
Right.
That's the only reason
it's
effective. It's relevant.
So if they didn't,
so if he didn't take less money, then it's not tampering.
So that's why
they
people in the league were pissed off.
That's why.
See, that's flawed. Then
they took less money. That's why.
Right.
That's the only
That's
reason.
the whole reason.
You know what? Then find the Sixers and let's give Daryl Morey a parade.
Yeah, right.
Josh Harris.
What did Josh Henning say to us at the break? We said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying to win.
Yeah. Well, look, how about the MLB union, right? How they get pissed off when guys don't accept the contract or take less money and they get mad at the player.
Right.
So it's an interesting.
So as a former player, what's more important to you, winning or the money?
Well, it depends where in your career.
I mean, let's face it, James Harden. Look at the money he's made. And still has the ability to make it. I guess he figures it's more important to win for
it's usually you make your money first and then you want to win.
Right?
That's what Harden did.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
Harden made the big max contract in Houston.
And now he wants to win.
But you said, but Josh, Brad always says about pride, players' pride. They want to win first. I think the money is secondary. Until they get the money, they get a taste of it. Then they go, I want the money. Show me the money.
Well, when it comes down to individuals like basketball, right? So you take the money and your team might not, but if you can still be an all-star and still be one of the better players in your position, right? So that's a pride thing.
So it's different for basketball. Like football, there's 53 men on the roster, or 55 now, right, Josh?
Yep.
Well, you have the 53 men who are the 53 man roster. Then you have the 20 guys from the practice squad now.
Oh, I thought they increased the roster.
And then you have the allotment of players who can come up from the practice
squad.
squad.
Who's activated and who's not.
Right. So that in that respect, the NFL is a lot different than say, basketball. Basketball, you have 5 guys on the court.
Yeah.
Hockey, you got 18 guys on
so
maybe
20,
22. Baseball is a lot more.
26.
Right. So football is different because you got the guys with the higher rung. You got your position players that are making X number of dollars, and then you got your
the minimum 450. Yeah. So the disparity of income in all sports is probably in football.
Right.
I mean, you got guys 30 million a year down to the
1.2
rookies, first year players. Yeah,
undrafted free
450.
agents.
450.
Now you don't see that in basketball.
No, you don't see that.
I mean, you got guys that are 6 or 7, 8 men making $20 million. $18 million.
But still, back to the Sixers, this is the problem I have with these stories. You're not giving everybody all the information, and every media outlet is. Listen, it's not just a sports thing. Everywhere you go in the world, Billy, you know this. People have their own spins they put on things on every story, and they tell it from their perspective. And I'm sure that Woke got his information from a source, and so he put his source. Him and Shams have different sources, right?
Right.
Okay. Shams Charania, Adrian Wojnarowski, the 2 best NBA reporters. So it's similar to Schefter with ESPN and for the NFL Network.
And that's why I quoted him. I read it because look, now you guys give me a hard time for reading the newspaper. I got this right off my internet.
Oh,
and now you're still giving me a hard time.
No, I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm giving Woj a hard time. You just happen to be the catalyst who kept reading the article. Billy the proxy. I'm not shooting the messenger.
Billy's getting beat up here in the studio.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
You get beat up here, boy. I'm going to protect you.
Second hour of the locker was brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you're greeted by name. There's lots of new renovations. They have a new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. They got a new sound system. They got a big outside deck with a view of the 18th green for entertainment and weddings. They do weddings. They have an award-winning culinary banquet staff with customized menus, seating up to 275 people. So book now for a 2023 wedding. They're accepting social memberships at starting at $25 a month. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. We need to say a little radio Ron Ralston for me. And, of course, Kevin Kelly starting people off. My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of the Career Vacant Home Management Service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that keep in your mind every time you hear a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road. Or if you're away for the winter, you're down in Florida, let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. Call out the winter wear. They'll give your house that living look. It's My Winter Watchdog.
Go to mywinterwatchdog.com and give them a call at 267-202-1869. It's 267-202-1869. Or send Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. When we return, we're here in the locker room. Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, and Josh Henning. 97.3 ESPN on the mobile app.
This summer.
0-2 on the way. Swinging a high fly. This is blasted out to deep right center field. Forget about it. Bryce Harper.
We plan on giving South Jersey something cool, because it's going to be a hot one.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Elevated the heater at 96 to get out of the inning. Heck of a job by Zach Wheeler.
Your official station for Summer at the Shore. 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Hands were at the Ben Simmons story. It's always
Ocean
slow.
City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
The Point is your destination for a tropical oasis at the Jersey Shore. Now with 2 locations on Bay Avenue in Summers Point and their new location at 43rd Street off the boardwalk in Sea Isle City. The Point has the best food and drink specials with their famous tiki bar, offering a waterfront view of the bay in Summers Point and the ocean in Sea Isle. Plus, live music is featured 7 days a week at both the Point locations. For more information, check out The Point on Facebook and visit them online at dothepoint.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hey, I'm Pete Thompson.
And I'm Billy Schwein.
Now listen, Billy, I know you're an Ocean City guy, but that's a dry town, right? Where are you going to go if you want to wet your whistle?
Pete, I've been going to Maynard's Cafe in Margate since Ronald Reagan first got into the White House.
You know what, Billy? I've been a fan of Maynard's a long time, too. Open 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even late night.
Pete, did you know they now have Sunday brunch? Maynard's Cafe, 9306 Amherst Avenue in Margate. Stop in for good times, great friends. They now have live music at the world-famous Starlight Garden.
Find them on the web at maynards-cafe.com or give them a call at 609-822-8423.
That's Maynard's Cafe in Margate, 9306 Amherst Avenue. We'll see you there.
This is your captain speaking. You better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I noticed my passport was due to expire, so I went to Staples. I got a passport photo in 10 minutes, so we're good to go.
Now at Staples, purchase a travel service and get 20% off the rest of your purchase. Get travel ready at Staples, your one-stop travel prep destination.
Let me tell you about another time. Staples.
And 731 in-store only. Excludes Instacart orders, product services, and technology. See staplesconnect.com/services/travel for details.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, one dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. 40 new Outlanders in stock now. An entire fleet of new and pre-owned. New Mitsubishis from just $17,000.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Here we go. 3% APR plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Get you back. Goes quick. Yeah, man. Listen, we get a little feedback here in the radio, but we're back here. The Philadelphia Phillies have 1-2 in Pittsburgh, and the Phillies are high. Well, actually, they hold the tiebreaker against the St. Louis Cardinals. Both teams are 53 and 47. The Phillies hold the tiebreak with the Cardinals, but I want to ask you this, Q. The Phillies are still relevant, and even though the Sixers make a lot of because of the probe and the Eagles starting training camp, it's good to have the Phillies a part of the equation.
It is, and I always the fans are supporting them. They got good crowds coming out. And they're I see hope in the Phillies with their young players, and they're finally playing better up to their potential.
Here's the thing.
We're still in July. I know we're moving to August,
July 30th.
Last
one
day
day left. Listen, Alex Boehm, he's brought his batting average up to 296. So he's on fire. He went 2 for 5 last night. But I want to ask you specifically about Nick Castellanos, because the Phillies, if you look at their away record, it's 27 and 22. And I believe I don't know this off the top of my head because I'm not looking it up, but I think the Phillies home record is not much better. It's like 24 and 23 or something. Josh can look that up. They're like maybe one game over 500, 2 games over. Castellanos he's the type of guy that I think plays better on the road. Why is that?
I think that's a good point. I think there are some teams in MLB that play better on the road because there's less distractions, maybe at home. And I think you're together. You're more focused, I think, when you're on the road because you're just with the guys in the team and the club. So it's I don't know. I think some guys do play better.
Because during the week, Jim Salisbury, or maybe last week it was, Jim Salisbury asked the question, "Did you hear the boos?" And Nick Castellanos replied by saying, "That's a stupid question. I'm not answering it." He hears the boos.
Of course he does.
So it is a stupid question.
He's being a sensitive Susie about the answer.
I get it.
Yeah, but it's for you to ask that is just kind of.
Josh,
what
are the Phillies? What are the
kind of
Phillies
like poking the bear.
Here's the problem. Remember they asked Bryce Harper the same question a couple years ago? Remember Harper's answer was?
What?
They should be booing.
Yeah.
Harper, I hear that they should be booing.
So that's what Philly fans want to hear.
So why couldn't Castellanos? I know Castellanos pissed off, and that's good. Excuse me, I'm glad he's mad. But to give that to start to pick a fight with his reporter in Philadelphia is not smart.
No, it's not a smart thing to do in Philly.
Right?
No. So he's got to grow up and kind of figure out the lay of the land here and what Philly fans are all about. And if you play good and hustle and do your best and be honest with them, they're going to love you.
So do you think, like, people accuse him of not being a Philly guy or not wanting, like, they can maybe like look at his facial expressions or his reaction that he doesn't want to be here. I think that's a bridge too far.
Yeah, but they're such under a microscope about how we should act and how we in failure and success, and the fans are all over that. And it's the world we live in, and you live in a fishbowl here, in particular in Philly.
But you always say this, that outside the locker room, these guys, it doesn't matter to the players, but it doesn't at all. Come on.
What do you mean outside the
like outside the locker room?
Well, I
mean, you guys say like Castellanos hears the noise. I'm sure of it.
You hear the noise, but it's once you leave, it doesn't bother you, unless you're getting a drink or having dinner and someone comes up to you and starts harassing you.
Or you're Kevin Durant and you spend way too much money on Twitter.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you come out and some guy's going to come up in a club or in a bar and say, "Oh, you stink. You went 0 for 4." Well,
Brad, if I can just bring it back to football really quick, because I think Billy, what you're talking about was brought up again this week. So at Jonathan Gannon's presser yesterday, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, he gets asked a question about, the practices, right? You guys talk about the practice length earlier in the locker room here. And the person asking the question phrased it in a way that, basically was like intellectually dishonest. Okay. And he used the term, well, people are whining. And Gannon turned to the guy asking the question and said, well, who's whining? And the guy's like, well, the fans are. And he's like, well, I don't really pay attention to them. He says, here in our building, XYZ, but he says outside the building, that's a different conversation.
Exactly. That group mentality, the army mentality, all, we're in this little bubble and everyone else
against the world.
Yeah. You have to have that mentality. You have to. And coaches, are getting the coaches. I talked to some coaches out there, my buddies, and they're frustrated because the lack of or the limitation to practice. So they want to do more and get guys
they
ready.
Can't because
they can't
CBA.
because the CBA.
The Phillies, by the way, I was
can't.
right. The Phillies are 26 and 25 at home, and they're 27 and 22 on the road.
Yeah, they're better on the road, right? Yeah. So
I mean,
but it's not a massive difference. You know what I mean?
But still, you would think,
But it's
like most people think, oh, you better play at home, home field,
Right.
and,
Get you pumped up.
It's not like football is a home field advantage, right? Baseball,
right?
basketball. No, you really don't have that home field advantage.
But but Q, when you run into Michigan,
Yeah.
you're from Iowa. Are you intimidated by that?
Oh, it's awesome.
But are you intimidated? Like
No.
you like scared? You're like
No, you don't get scared. It gives.
So
you,
what does it
gives
do
you-
to the player? Is what I'm
Well,
trying to ask.
you get excited playing in front of. You want to prove them wrong, or you want to you want them to.
So when you make a mistake, so all right. So I guess what I'm trying to get out of you is, what is the advantage of a home field if you run into the Michigan Wolverine, if you run into the Big House, or we're in Ohio State or wherever, or you're not intimidated like you're like.
No, you're not get the only home advantage is physically. You sleep in your own bed and your own locker room.
Okay,
and
but that could be a distraction.
It's absolutely distraction. Like I'll explain.
Your girlfriend comes home at night.
Yeah, we know we had pink locker rooms in Kinnick Stadium. So both, it was a soothing. Hayden had a psychology guy, and Bo Schembecker from Michigan would put a paper on the walls
Right.
to cover them up. So that's an advantage. Disadvantage for him.
All right, so I guess.
But really quick, just for context sake. So you mentioned the Phillies. Well, the Yankees are 30, have 39 wins at home, and they have 29 wins on the road. Okay, the Mets have the same number of wins at home as on the road.
But the Yankees are unbeatable at home, right? If you were a betting guy, every time the Yankees play at home,
the point is that it's not a universal positive or negative. Brad, you know how it is that every group of guys is different. Some guys, there's just different environments, right?
And then the stadiums are different lengths and dimensions for right-handed hitters, left-handers. So that favors too.
All right,
so
okay, that's a good
right?
point.
So
Thank you, man.
Context is everything, Bill.
Right?
Yeah, but how about with the Flyers? I mean, people back in the day
going to hockey.
I know, but back in the day, people would come in that even players would say. I remember the Boston Bruins. There were teams that said the guys would like have a mysterious flu.
Yeah,
because they didn't want to play in Philadelphia.
Well, I guess the fans, but when you boo and cheers the same when you're playing. Like
you block that out.
You block that completely out. You can block it completely out,
right?
Yeah, you block it out. So you're.
But how about if you're all right? How about if you're on the road and you make a big mistake, like the home team? It was a close game, and the home you make a big mistake. The home team they're cheering.
They're cheering.
Does that make you feel like? What's that do?
It's you feel it and go,
hang
shoot,
your tail behind
shoot, and then you walk to the locker back to the bench.
And you
put the headset on, and the coach is yelling at you. And the coach is yelling at you. Quaz, what yelling?
You're not hearing. You're not like drown out all that.
No, you don't do it.
So here you go.
So in college, you're real close as opposed to the pros. So you take your helmet off and you walk back to the bench and the fans, because they're all drunk college fans, and they're yelling at you, throwing stuff, But
the pro stadiums are like that.
They're like that, but you have a little more separation,
a little more space,
a little more space separation, so
a little more security.
Yep.
Well, now the Philadelphia Phillies are 53 and 47 there, and without Bryce Harper, Segura, and Eflin, they're hanging in there.
They're hanging in there. Guys are stepping up.
They're stepping up.
They're stepping up.
Even though Castellanos is only batting 253, he went 2 for 5 last night. Verley went 2 for 5 last night, and Hoskins with a monster night. He hit the 2-run shot, I believe, in the 7th or 8th inning to put them up. But he went 4 for 4 last night.
Well, like we talked to last show,
3 RBIs.
They're seeing more pitching, and their hitting eyes are coming back.
Okay,
so they're becoming better hitters now.
Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour, 58-minute round, and now they have lots of new renovations. The new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits. New sound system. They're working on that big new deck outside with a view of the 18th green for entertainment. They can have weddings. Matter of fact, you want to book a wedding now, they have that award-winning culinary and banquet staff with customized menus, seating up to 275 people. So you want to book now for 2023. Social memberships are now available starting at $25 a month. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. When you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us and Ryan Owen. Those guys do a great job. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, it's the Beach Patrol Report. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, and Josh Henning right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
The best way to wake up is with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again.
Hi, I'm Aaron Beta, inviting you to visit my Golf and Sport Performance Club in Somers Point. No matter what the sport, we'll design a program to help you feel and play your best. Our Golf Performance Zone features 2 state-of-the-art golf simulators featuring TrackMan and Foresight technology. Enjoy massage therapy, assisted stretching, and sport-specific training.
That's Aaron Beta's Golf and Sports Performance Club. Call 609-788-4661 or visit gsfitness.com for your free assessment.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable. So be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
I want to make the most of summer without breaking the bank. So I shopped Kohl's Friends and Family sale. With my 25% off coupon, I headed to the store and got shorts for $14.99, plus an extra 50% off a swimsuit, 40% off patio furniture, and $20 off as a Kohl's Rewards member. More style and more savings for the win. Select styles, $20 off of $100 valid in store only. 25% offer ends July 31st in store only. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
At Garden State Beer Company in Galloway, their motto is a beer for everyone, meaning out of their 16 taps, which feature their Blue Jersey American wheat beer and their new Sand Shark Lager, there's enough variety that almost anyone can find a style they'll like. They're open daily so everyone can come and enjoy their favorite beers. Garden State is all about supporting local, and they use fresh, local ingredients from other small businesses. Because their tasting room is so large, they have evolved into a fundraising mecca for the community. Contact them today at 609-232-BEER for your next party.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here in The Locker Room. Now, you know, Q, last night we were supposed to broadcast the 51st annual Dutch Hop Memorial Lifeguard Races. They canceled it because of inclement weather. It didn't rain. There was no lightning, no thunder, no nothing. But if you want to get a race going, you gotta talk to the race director.
Okay, let's talk to her directly.
So let's go to we're gonna do the Beach Patrol report, which is brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. Looking to move soon? Leave your worries behind and the heavy lifting to the GroundHogs Moving Company for a good price without any drama. And a team of family-friendly, professional young men that will respect your mama more than a moving company. GroundHogs is second to none when it comes to handling your move, clean out, or furniture delivery with care. Call Biagio Basicki at 856-689-0239. That's 856-689-0239, or check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in to the locker room the race director for the Cape May Point Beach Patrol, Kristen Moorby. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Kristen.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Kristen, we're doing wonderful today. We're having a lot of fun here in the locker room. But before we start, right when we came on the show, I told my co-host Brad Quast here how impressed I was and will never forget of your dedication to the South Jersey area and calling us from Tokyo when you were reporting for NBC Philly, NBC Sports from Tokyo for the Olympics last year. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, this is I grew up on the shore, so this is what it's all about. And there's no reason not to jump on the phone and update you guys with everything. So thank you for having me from Tokyo. But I am now in New Jersey, so not quite as exciting this year.
And Cape May is beautiful. Now, the Cape May Point Women's Lifeguard Challenge was held Wednesday. I wasn't able to make it, and I wanted to get you on to talk a little bit about the women's racing, because the women's racing has become every bit as big as the men's racing. Let's face it, every beach patrol now has a lot of women lifeguards that do the exact same job as the men, and so you're bringing light to what the women do.
Absolutely. It's really awesome to see a lot of these races that have been around for a long time are starting to incorporate women's heats or women's events. My event in particular, this is the 14th year of it, and this one is women only, so it's a true showcase of some of the toughest ladies around. It's one event. It's a 1.3-mile soft sand run, right into a 1-mile ocean paddle, right into another 400-meter soft sand run, followed by a half-mile ocean swim. And down in the point, we have some tricky currents, and this year the fog rolled in just before the race, just for another little challenge. So it was a pretty grueling event this year, but Wildwood and Cape May and a lot of the local patrols came out real big. The girls came out ahead of time and kind of trained in the waters and checked everything out. But we had a huge showing. We had 34 competitors from 11 different patrols. And I can run you down real quick the top finishers.
Before we get it, Kristen, before we get into the actual results of the race, you were telling me when I spoke to you during the week about how this actually came about. And I think that's pretty interesting for you to tell our listeners how this actually started.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Back in the early 2000s, when I started guarding, I would always go down to Cape May Beach Patrol and watch the Super Athlon which was, one entry from every beach patrol. And it was always a male because, you want to put your fastest, strongest guy in, and it's a run, row, swim. And I always thought it was a great event. And at that time, I was kind of competing quite a bit myself. And I talked to a lot of the other females that I was competing with. And I said, hey, guys, if I come up with an event for us, are you into it? And the support was great. And so there began the Cape May Point Women's Lifeguard Challenge. So.
And that's pretty cool the way it just started. Like your idea said, hey, the women can do this too. Let us put together something. And lo and behold, you did it. We're talking with Kristen Moorby. She's the race director for the Cape May Point Beach Patrol. Now, you guys had your 14th annual Women's Lifeguard Challenge. You just told us what the event actually is, but you had some really great competitors. Tess McVan, she won overall. Talk to us a little bit about the winners and their feats, some of the things they accomplished.
Definitely. Tess is a name I'm familiar with. She's from Wildwood Beach Patrol, and she's done the race before. She came in really strong. She took out the lead from the very beginning, and she just held it. So, she had a fantastic race. She finished 3 minutes ahead of everybody else. Just looked strong the whole way through. Behind her in second was Emma DeMario from Cape May Beach Patrol, followed right by her teammate, Maddie Bickford from Cape May Beach Patrol. Both girls, super young, new to the event.
She's 16 years old. That's pretty young to be competing.
Yeah. So we had some real young, hungry girls out there this year. Fourth place was Katie Collins, also from Wildwood Beach Patrol. She's been in the race a number of times. She's a well-known name in the lifeguard racing circuits, really strong competitor. And then fifth place was Kylie Fry from Seattle City Beach Patrol. I think this was a surprise for them, but she did really well. They all came out, gunning for the win. Also in the top 10, Waiwa Crest had Maddie Priest. Brigantine City had Grace Emig.
And let me jump in there. I guess that's the daughter of Chief Kip Emig, right?
It is. And she's a fantastic paddler. So, there were some really, really talented females in this race on Wednesday night.
Hey, Kristen, do these lifeguards, are they competitive swimmers in high school and college? Are they compete that way as well?
A lot of them do. A lot of them are competitive swimmers, competitive rowers, or competitive runners. So, everybody brings a different strength or weakness. And then that's kind of, the fun of it to see where it all shakes out.
So Cape May won it overall, then Wildwood, and then Upper Township Beach Patrol came in third. Is that correct?
That is correct. But the team scoring was super close because we do it cross-country style scoring. And if there's a tie, which there was in 2 cases here, it goes to the team whose second place competitor scores the highest. So, for example, Cape May Beach Patrol won, Wildwood Beach Patrol got second, but they actually tied on points. However, they had Katie Collins get fourth and Maddie Bickford get third. So that means Cape May wins because their second person scored higher than Wildwood's second person. And we kind of do it that way because, this is all about the team aspect. So, you're counting on your teammate to outplace somebody else or displace somebody, and back you up, just like you do on a rescue. You're looking for your teammate to back you up. So that's kind of where we came from on that. And then third place was Upper Township Beach Patrol, who actually also tied with Cape May Beach Patrol's B team with 21 points. And again, Upper got the upper hand with Lindsay Robbins getting 13th, while Cape May's Lindsay Frenia got 15th. So it was a really close race, really close scoring. And Cape May bringing a really young squad and having 2 teams place, top 5, it's huge. We've never had that before. So it's exciting. It's exciting for the future of lifeguarding that these young girls are already excelling so much.
We're talking with Kristen Moorby, the race director of the Cape May Point Beach Patrol. Q, what the reasons why we do the Beach Patrol report every Saturday throughout the summer, from Memorial Day to the 21st, when we get to the Galleys. We want the people to hear and see the athleticism and the competitiveness of these athletes that protect us. They do a service on the beach Monday, 7 days a week, but they also are great competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a comfort level knowing that we are swimming
Right,
and
you
your
got-
children are swimming, that they have the ability to pull you out and save you, and that they're that good. And I've been enjoying this summer down at the beach all summer at Ventnor and have a chance to talk to them. And they're really good people, and they're really committed, and it's fun kind of getting to know
our
them.
best.
Yeah,
Our
we're the
great
best.
natural resources are our youth.
Yes.
Kristen, we were supposed to be in Wildwood last night for the Dutch Hoffmans. They canceled it due to weather. Did you get any rain down there in Cape May?
We did not. We did not. But
Any thunder and lightning down there last night?
No, you got to put safety first. So, I mean, these guys, they make the best call they can. You don't want to put everybody in a bad, dangerous spot. So, but it's on for Monday. So it'll be a big night for the Hoffmans on Monday. And I think everybody's going to be really ramped up and ready for that.
Unfortunately, the locker room will not be able to be down there. We told them the dates we could, but we will not be able to. We will be at the Margate Memorial Lifeguard races on Friday night, August 5th. Kristen, come up and say hi to us while we're broadcasting live on the beach. I'd love to talk to you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Kristen, before we let you go, what are some bigger? There's some big races for the women coming up.
The next big one is in Ventnor. It's in honor of Billy Howes. That's kind of, I would say, the biggest, almost, kind of championship style one where there's several events. It's a really great one. I don't have the date in front of me, but I think it's usually the second Wednesday in August. But great event, great venue. Ventnor's fantastic. So
they have the
I would
galleys.
definitely encourage people to check it out.
They'll have the galleys, I think, on the 21st of August. So we'll look forward to that. Kristen, as always, thank you so much. I'll never forget your call from Tokyo. It ranks right up there with my interview with Joe Namath and Micah Ruzioni and a couple other Dick Vermeil. For you to make that effort, we really appreciate it. We'll never forget it.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right, there she is, Kristen Moorby.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen, from the Cape May Point Beach Patrol. She's the race director. The Beach Patrol Report is brought to you by the GroundHogs Moving Company. No Q when you want to move.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I got to go to the dentist.
You don't call me.
You don't call you, right? You got a bad back, right?
I got a bad back.
You know, you do call the GroundHogs Moving Company. You're looking to move soon? Leave your worries behind and the heavy lifting to the GroundHogs Moving Company. For a good price, without any drama, with a team of family-friendly, professional young men that will respect your mama more than a movie company, GroundHogs is second to none when it comes to handling your move, clean out, or furniture care delivery with care. Call Biagio Basicki at 856-689-0239. That's 856-689-0239, or check them on Facebook and Instagram. All right, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. For more information on how to become a social member or book a wedding, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. For you wear their private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. Of course, Q, we went down there Thursday night at the pool at Harris for their function. It was just
what a great time.
Wasn't that a great time?
Great time.
The food was outstanding.
Atmosphere, good cigars.
Great networking. Brian Prop was down there.
Met some great people
right?
and had fun, like always.
So we encourage, if you have a business, it's a great networking tool.
You know why? Because it is, and because there's influencers, there's decision makers that go to these
Right.
events. So if you're in insurance or you're in some other vertical, there's people that you want to be talking to that can help you out and do business with.
And it's a great venue. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein, Brad Quast, and Josh Henning right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
Today on ESPN Radio.
Bogarts, and it is is going to disappear into the Boston night.
It's interleague action in Boston as Xander Bogaerts and the Red Sox welcome Christian Yelich and the Milwaukee Brewers, who are fighting for the top of the NL Central.
Yelich, fly ball to deep center field. Gone!
The Red Sox and Brewers. Coverage begins today at 3:30 Eastern. Listen to Major League Baseball on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or RedsJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Hey, Dan Grimaldi, Patsy Parisi from The Sopranos. If you have an insurance claim, call the insurance doctor. I did, and he rescued me from a disaster. Got me more money than I ever expected. So when you get an insurance claim, you call the insurance doctor. 856-874-8377 or insurancedoctorllc.com. If you don't, this will be the last face you see. And it won't be cinematic. Call the insurance doctor.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sweet, juicy Jersey fresh peaches and nectarines are now in season. I'm Secretary of Ag Doug Fisher reminding you to ask for our fabulous Jersey fresh peaches today at your favorite market. Want the best? Ask for local Jersey fresh produce.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, Q, we're back here. A couple of notes I want to make. Ryan Kerrigan, who had a great career with the Washington Redskins / Commanders, played for the Eagles last year. He is hanging it up after 11 seasons.
He had a nice career. Yeah. He had a really good career. I think he had a couple more years left in him.
You think?
Yeah.
He had like 2 tackles, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how much of that was the system? You know, one of the problems with the Eagles last year was
system.
You know,
Yep.
they had a lot of guys who were a square peg, round hole.
You know, he was drafted 16th overall in the league.
Yeah, no,
16th
I remember. Yeah, nice.
And he was always a thorn in the Eagles' side.
He was. Yep.
All right, so I want to real quick, since we're talking about the Commanders, Carson Wentz. I'm looking forward to him coming to Philadelphia. I think that.
What kind of reception you think?
Let's see.
They can get
I got my card
what
here.
Kind of reception, Josh?
Let me see.
What are you gonna? What kind of reception Carson gets?
Aggressive.
So
aggressive.
All right, ready? The first time we play the Washington Commanders. By the way, I hate that name.
I know.
Is September 25th at Washington.
Okay.
So it's at there first.
That's good.
The people in Philadelphia, they're going to be frothing
Yeah.
at the mouth, right? But when they come back, Washington comes to the Lincoln Financial Field. I believe it's a Thursday night game or a Monday night.
Is it a night game? Prime time? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Can you imagine everybody drinking
they'll
in
be
the
all
parking
they'll
lot?
be lathered up.
Right?
Yeah.
People would be
Not
lathered
good.
up, frothing at the mouth.
That's not good.
That's going to be a big week, especially if the Eagles are
Yeah.
closer in first place at that point.
Yep. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting year.
So, Q, you're going to be working on the sidelines again.
Yep. Be down in Baltimore.
You'll be down in Baltimore. Do you have to do any preparation for the year? Like, what do you have to do?
I have to go through.
Let's tell the folks what you do again.
Yeah. So there's 2 equipment inspectors at each NFL live home game, and I'm on the away side, and we look for violations in terms of equipment, proper equipment, different brand names of apparel they wear, and so on and so forth. So just basically keep it compliant to make sure that they're doing all the right things with the logos and the licensing of the NFL properties and their care to make sure they're healthy.
Did they send you information? Like there's a whole
So we go. I got to go through compliance training, and what's a fine, what's not a fine, and then they give you a list of who's on the list of tint advisor.
Really?
Yeah, you have to be approved for the tint advisor. You have to script for that from a doctor, and then for the
those guys that have like the real tinted thing where you can't even see their face.
Yes,
they have to get approved by doctor.
By a doctor.
Is that right?
Yeah, and if you're not, if you don't have approval, then you get written up.
Would you be wearing one of those things? Nah, I couldn't.
I'm
because even when I played hockey, I was like one of the last guys on my U.S. Air hockey team to not wear a mask, or a shield.
Because you were a fighter, I guess, huh?
Well, no, I just
you're a fighter.
It distorted my vision.
Right.
I thought.
I agree.
And not only that, you can't. I think the color one should be outlawed.
Yeah,
you can't see their face.
Well, absolutely. Well, they are. You can't wear them in the NFL. You're not supposed to. So.
What a show today!
Hey, good show. I'm going down to.
Where are you going tonight?
I'm going tonight. A dear friend of my birthday party, Washington Inn at Cape May.
All right, Josh, what are you doing tonight?
I'll probably be over in Summers Point.
The Point, baby. Huh?
Point, right?
All right. Great show today. I want to thank Kristen Moorby, of course, the Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan. Every Saturday we have him. Tomorrow we got Tommy Green on the mound with Tommy Green, brought to you by Aaron Beta's GSF Golf and Performance Center. And then Pete Thompson joins me in the studio. We'll have a lot more for you tomorrow. We're back here at it 10 a.m. to 12 noon every Saturday and Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Be careful, Billy.
Be careful, and we'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon, right here on 97.3
Sounds good.
ESPN.
We get it. You're not going to work just anywhere. You're smart, you're ambitious, and you want to help others. You want a place where you can thrive, feel fulfilled, and have an opportunity for growth, all while making an incredible living. Right now is the perfect time to join the team at Town Square Media as a marketing consultant. Join one of the fastest growing digital companies in America, where you get to help build client solutions with real local influencers and sell brands like TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. If this sounds exciting to you, let's have a conversation. Our comp package is amazing, with unlimited earning potential, including base salary, mobile phone, auto expense, 401k match, trip incentives, and more. If you're competitive, driven, and have the ability to communicate great ideas, we'd love to hear from you. With digital advertising expected to double over the next 3 years, the timing could not be better. Reach out to Mike Rubel, Market President, at 609-910-5249 or visit careers.townsquaremedia.com. Town Square Media is an equal opportunity employer.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free. at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Did you take those big down payments?
You're darn right I did.
Your Honor, he is breaking the laws of Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City. They made it clear. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. Every new Mitsubishi, one dime down.
Take them away. And at Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City, ask for credit amnesty.
If you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit. So, what's the beat on inventory?
Other dealers are struggling, but not Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
40 new Outlanders in stock now.
An entire fleet of new and pre-owned.
New Mitsubishis from just $17,000.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down.
At the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville.
They service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com. Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16 Ford, 9 down, $249 a month for 72 months at 3% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Yeah, it's Coach Ice-T. Who's ready to spin? We're starting with a big hill. Let's ride.
Why is Ice-T leading our spin class?
It's probably the Honey Nut Cheerios. He found out they can help lower cholesterol. Now he's having fun taking care of his heart in all sorts of new ways.
That's right, Buzz. Now, spinners, really pour your heart into it and pick it up.
Learn more by picking up a box of Cheerios and check out our Pour Your Heart Into It audio workouts with Ice-T and Buzz to get your heart pumping.
O'Reilly. When was the last time you changed your spark plugs? Replacing your spark plugs can restore the efficiency and performance of your vehicle. Stop by and get a $12 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate when you purchase 4 or more select Iridium spark plugs. Get better performance with new spark plugs from your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We're Town Square Media, and along with the awesome radio station you're listening to right now, we're publishers of best-in-class national entertainment brands like Taste of Country, Pop Crush, and more. And when combined with our local brands, we can reach over 70% of consumers in our community. At Town Square, all this digital clout puts us in a unique position to help local businesses grow with powerful marketing solutions. In addition to local radio, we're experts at web design and SEO, plus targetable advertising solutions like streaming TV, addressable geofencing, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Spotify, search engine marketing, and so much more. That may sound like a lot of buzzwords, but really all that matters is we can deliver a relevant and ideal target audience to your business with data-informed decisions. No guessing, no waste, and you gain a trusted marketing partner with Town Square Media.
Take your business to the next level. Call our Director of Sales, Jim McLean, today at 609-910-5247.
When you hear this,
They've got him again!
and this,
He scored!
and this,
Oh boy, what a move by Embiid!
you think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station.
Phil Copper and Dolly Noble,